Today I'm going to show you how to change the drive belt on your Polaris RZR Trail. Whether you have a 900 or a 1000, it's going to be the same process. It's simple to do, and it's something that everyone should know how to do just in case you burn a belt while you're out on the trail. Now, with that being said, you should be inspecting your belt at least every 500 miles. Let's go ahead and get started. To get this done, we have our Tusk belt change toolkit, some rags, safety glasses, and you always want to have a spare belt with you. So we're going to be inspecting the belt. We may or may not replace it, but we've got this Tusk Pro Torque CVT belt for the spare. You can pick this or the toolkit up on our website by just clicking the link in the description below. So to start out, we're on the driver's side rear wheel well. Now we've raised our machine up already and removed our wheel, which is not necessary. We just did this to better show the process. Now the first step is going to be to remove the belt cover. We're using this flex drive tool to do that. You're just going to remove the screws all the way around the cover. Now to remove the cover, we're going to move this bottom out, or swing the bottom out first, and then the back is going to swing kind of forward. Now to remove the belt, we're going to use the clutch spreading tool. I'm also going to rotate the clutch to a location that I actually have room to use this. So how this works is you just take that hook, you're going to stick it in that opening, press it all the way down, and that's going to spread the driven clutch apart and give you some slack in the belt, and that way you can walk it off that driven clutch. So with that started, I'm actually going to remove the tool. That way I can rotate the clutch and it's going to help me out. So just like that. And we're going to remove the belt from the drive clutch. And as you take this off, you're going to notice that you can read the writing on the belt. So if you're going to reuse the belt, you want to reinstall it the same way or the same orientation that you took it off. Now to inspect your belt, one of the easiest ways to do that is compare it to a new drive belt. And what you're looking for is any frayed cords that are coming off, missing cogs, cracks, or uneven wear spots. Now, one other thing that can happen is just normal wear. So the belt is going to get a little bit thinner over time, and you can actually take a cord to cord measurement from each side and compare it to the new one. And if you're 1 or 2 millimeters thinner, then you know the belt is worn out and needs to be replaced. So really quick, I'm going to take that measurement. You don't have to do this. Again, you can just eyeball it to the new belt and see if it looks worn out. We're 29.3 millimeters right there. Let's see what the new one is. 29.7. Really, that's not enough for me to worry about replacing the belt at this point. This used belt is looking pretty good still. We don't have a ton of miles on our machine, so I'm going to reuse it. But again, if you see any signs of wear or damage, definitely get it replaced. Now, before we reinstall this onto the machine, we're going to clean up these clutches really quick. If you're in your shop or at home, I recommend spraying this out with some compressed air, and then we're going to take a rag and wipe down the clutch sheaves. When you do this, just be really careful. You want to make sure that there's no grease on your rag, that it's completely clean. So we've got those wiped out. And one more thing before I install the new belt, I'm just going to run my finger across the face of the sheaves, check for any deep grooves. If you feel grooves in there, then definitely get that clutch replaced. Now, if you see anything that looks funny with your clutches, you can always refer to our clutch inspection video. But we're looking pretty good, so we can go ahead and reinstall our belt. So like I mentioned, when I pulled this off, I've got the writing in the same orientation, going around that drive clutch. Spread the sheaves on the driven. Gonna remove that tool for the last little bit, and then I should be able to rotate the clutch and pop that belt on the rest of the way. And then you'll notice that belt is sitting down in the clutch. What we need to do from here is rotate the clutch 6 or 7 times. That's going to let that belt work out. And the reason you want to do that if the belt is sucked down into the clutch, it's gonna be like starting in a high gear, and you can actually damage your belt that initial takeoff. So make sure you do that step. Then from here, all we need to do is reinstall our clutch cover. And when you do that, take a look at this gasket. You wanna make sure it's in good condition so it keeps the dirt out. So that's it for the belt replacement on the Polaris RZR Trail 900 or 1000. Again, this is something you want to practice before you ever head out on the trails. That way you know you have the right tools and a spare belt in your machine. Now, if you need anything for your machine, you can pick that up on our website by clicking the link in the description below. If you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.